What up, reader fam? Today I'm going to be sharing my thoughts, opinions, and feels on Wapa! Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. This story follows the two different perspectives of Dash and Lily. One day, Lily walks into the Strand bookstore in New York City and leaves a notebook there with instructions for a scavenger hunt of sorts. Dash is one day browsing the shelves of Strand bookstore and he comes upon the notebook, he opens it up, reads the instructions, and decides that he's going to take on Lily's little challenge. Next thing they know, they're filling the notebook with dares and slowly revealing information about each other without actually ever meeting. The notebook ends up bringing these two characters together in a really unique way. This book really ended up surprising me. It's got this really charming and enchanting feeling to it that I wasn't expecting. There was just this magical presence that began to brew throughout the story as these two strangers began to connect and relate through this notebook. I just loved this story concept. I loved how they constantly kept challenging each other and constantly kept breaking down their walls and being vulnerable with each other. It just made for a really entertaining story, especially when it comes to the dares. The dares are what made this book overly entertaining because some of those dares were ridiculous. Now, this is a co-author book situation, but I never really felt a shift in the writing. I could never tell who was writing what. I did feel a shift when it came to the characters, but that's because they're different people. So I guess that means they did a fantastic job with the overall characterization of the characters and making their voices different and unique. I adored the atmosphere of this book. Like, I love New York City, and it was just so much fun going throughout the city in this book and reading about recognizable places that I've been. And I loved it even more because this story takes place during the Christmas season, and I've always wanted to visit New York City during the Christmas season. Let's be real here, I want to visit New York City in every season. I enjoyed how this book also doesn't necessarily focus on the romance, and while there is a romance, I felt like it was a slow burn romance, which I really appreciated. There was no insta love here, hallelujah. But this book isn't all about romance. It's a book layered with several different situations and character connections. The main characters are both dealing with family issues, and they're both just learning and growing as people throughout this story. Speaking of our main characters, I enjoyed both of them. There were times when I felt like Lily was really childish. In fact, it was sometimes hard for me to think of her as a teenager just because I felt like she was acting like such a child at times. She does do a lot of growing in this book though, so by the end of it, I could picture her as more of a teenager, but at the beginning I was just like, you need to chill, stop being so childish. And I loved Dash. He was so snarky and pretentious, but not in a bothersome way, more so in a funny and clever way. Overall, I really loved this book. It became an instant fave after I finished it. It's one of those books where you finish it and you just can't stop smiling because it was so dang good. So those are all my thoughts, opinions, and feels on Dash and Lily's Book of Dares. You guys just let me know down below if you have read this book and what you thought of it. I would love to know all your thoughts on this book. If you have not read this book, let me know down below if you were planning to pick it up and read it. I definitely recommend it, and I think it'd be the perfect like Christmas read if you're looking for a Christmas read. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. What up, reader fam? Today I am bringing you a Christmas gift guide for book lovers.